This is my hydraulic motor drive, coupling, and this is my test unit. So at the moment I put A10VO 140. So this motor here will drive by the HPV Lindy pump, so that will be outside. Driven by the 6BT engine. Now what happened here, this is my calculation. So I can only test, so the maximum pressure that the motor can handle is 400 bar. So 400 bar, that will give me 622 Newton meter. This is for the hydraulic motor to test the test unit. So my test unit, so I limit the 350. So 400, I will not go with that. But that's my max. But this is my continuous pressure, depend on the pump that I'm testing. So if I go 350, the maximum displacement of the pump that I can test fully, 110. This is a fix. If it is 300 bar, I can test 130 cc per revolution. Now because the A10VO is limited to 280 bar, so probably I can test at full load. So let's see what's the 280 times 140 equals divide 63, 622. Yeah. So I can test the A10VO 140 full load at 280 bar. So that's the pressure cutoff. So again, we start here, engine outside, HPV 105cc, motor M6. At the moment, I put A2F A2FE 107cc. If I use the
side cutters or a knife.
Hang on. Now, if I use A2F E107, this will increase my torque to 679 at 400 bar, which is good. But the problem on this one, there's no flushing. It's only one case. So this is case drain, and then there's no flushing. Unlike the M6 motor has a flushing equip. So this is my engine 6BT. So my engine rated max torque is 542. So I always target on the rated. So your torque 542 at 1600 RPM. So get kilowatt, that will give me 90.8 kilowatts. So I use that power and RPM. So make sure when you test the unit, make sure the engine is in on the rated spec, otherwise it will stall. So the pump now max flow will give me 168. If I use that, will give me 324 bar at 90.81 kilowatt. Now on the motor, if I'm using 324, that will give me torque of 504. And then according to the speed of the RPM of the motor based on the Q in, which is 168, will give me 1700 RPM. I just put 1700 RPM there. But I'm gonna limit the motor speed to 1000 RPM. I don't need 1700. If I do that, my motor speed 1000, my Q in will change. That will give me 98 liters per minute, which is good. because the pump will increase the pressure to 400 bar. So actually the max is 556, but that is overload. Pump can't the Lindy will not handle the 556 bar. Limit only to 420, so 400 bar. Now if I have that pressure, obviously my torque will change. Instead of 504, my new torque will become 622. So that is my target. Now I can test the pump 110 and 130 at 300 bar, 350, 110 is my limit. That's for fixed. If I test a variable pump with a torque control, then I can go more displacement because it has a torque control. So as long that my motor torque will not over torque, I'm good. So that's the target. Now this is assuming 100% efficiency. So if I put 98%, this will increase. So that's a safety factor. So always assume 100% for the safety. All right, we'll see if this works.